If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the rules, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the rules, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the rules, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the rules, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. And the world is going wild when they call for you. And the river's running dry when it all falls through. Don't you worry about a thing, baby, I got you. Yeah, baby, I got you.
Hello, my royal diamonds. Thank you so much for tuning into the Duchess of Success podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment on the video to help the algorithm find us. It is my pleasure to bring you all of the royal tea, honey. And if you would like to donate to the channel, please check out the links in the description box. All of your donations help to keep the channel running. Thank you for your support, and remember, you don't need a crown to be royal. We are all queens. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you are all doing well. Hello, Ethan's husband. How are you? Thank you so much, Church Nelly, for posting all the links. Much appreciated. All right, let's get into it, because I think I haven't been live for 2-3 days. And because there isn't a day when it don't go down with this unroyal family of ours, there's a little bit to talk about. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's start with some good news, though. The good news. One Love, the Bob Marley movie, is the #1 movie in America. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you think it was good? I'll be honest with you. I saw the trailer for this movie. I was like, it wasn't selling it to me. And I was quite worried. But then Harry and Meghan showed up, and the reviews have been pretty good. And well, that's the #1 movie in America. So sometimes, trailers can go either way, and then the movie turns out to be really, really good. And it seems like that is the case, that they have done Marley justice, and that's the most important thing. So well done to everyone involved in the movie. And yes, I'm sure Harry and Meghan showing up to the premiere gave it plenty of extra publicity. And also partly because the British tabloids have to freak out every single time Harry and Meghan breathe. So great publicity for the Marley movie, and congratulations to the filmmakers and the Marley family. In other film news, because let's just get straight to it. William should not be the head of BAFTA. There is literally nothing that he has contributed to British filmmaking. He didn't show up for 7 years? And then the year his wife has supposedly had major abdominal surgery, that's when he decides to show up. Incredible. Now, this photo of these 3 ladies right here trying to hide their horror went viral. And we maybe have a glimpse into why they looked so damn horrified. So, William, never prepared, apparently told the actress who won the BAFTA for a coming-of-age film called How to Have Sex, which ends with her being assaulted, said that making the movie looked like a lot of fun, but he hadn't seen it yet. A movie that ends in a woman being assaulted. There was actually a report some time ago of William angering courtiers because he refused to be prepared. He refused to read notes, he refused to do any research before going on tours or going to engagements because he couldn't be bothered. And I guess that leak was right, or was truthful. Because here we are making one of the worst gaffes I think he's made ever. Like, this is right up there with there's too many babies being born in Africa. What do you even say to this? Unbelievable for reasons obvious, but also incredibly disrespectful to said actress and talent for not even bothering to do any research or watch any of the movies. And he's the president of BAFTA. And it's not like William is doing a whole lot, so he would have had plenty of time to watch those movies. This is all William has done since the start of the year, according to Republic. The BAFTA Awards will be his 4th engagement and 3rd day of engagement since January 3rd. 2 brief ceremonies, 1 gala, and an award ceremony. That's it. And for that, we give him more than 22 million a year. He had more than enough time to watch those movies. Apparently, we're also doing jazz hands now. I mean, and the longer you look at it, the more you just have to laugh. I mean, the lady in the middle, she's just like, I cannot believe that I have to listen to this guy during Black History Month. Now, the lady in the white, I don't know if she's Irish, but she has the look of the whole of Ireland, absolutely fed up on her face. And the other lady, she's just like, somebody kill me now. Oh, and that wasn't all. That wasn't all. It gets worse. Here's Michael Sheen. Michael Sheen, the actual King of Wales, looking at the fake Prince of Wales. Oh, and there's more. This is when Prince William was walking in. And I think there's another one. Oh yeah, here we go. The lady back there. And then you've also got William doing something very strange with his hands over here. I don't know what he's gesturing with his clenched fists. Looking at this lady who's really trying to, she's stretching her smile. William should have just not gone because he clearly wasn't prepared. And I honestly believe the only reason he did go was because he has to make himself be seen after Harry and Meghan had an incredible week at Invictus. He had to be seen at some kind of event. It's awards season. BAFTA is one of the biggest events in the UK of the year, and he is BAFTA president. So finally, after 7 years of not going, here we are. Only for this to happen, and this. To your comments. I mean, this is beyond embarrassing. Beyond embarrassing. Yeah, someone's been spending too much time with Randy Andy. Beatrice and Dylan, he doesn't need to prepare. The British press will clean it up for him. Indeed. I'm pretty sure Kensington Palace put in a phone call and told them to change that headline. So yeah, she says he showed up because Harry was getting press exposure for Invictus. William can't stand it. Also, he goes to the events unprepared. Obviously. Oh. Hi, Olive Perry. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh yeah, Lavender. He inherited Grandpa Philip's talent for making cringe comments. He just can't seem to help himself. Foot in mouth. Every single time. Oh dear. GM Mooden 1, you said it's obvious that Wills has no idea how ridiculous it sounds making such statements. If he has time to hang out with Top Gun Tommy, he certainly had time to get a briefing about the films. Exactly. Come on, nobody gave him Sparks notes on each of the films. And then there's also a video of him walking in. And basically nobody paying attention. Now I think I haven't seen the video, but I have a feeling that they didn't actually introduce him when he walked in. I think he just kind of walked in. Because in the past years, when they introduced him and Kate walking in, nobody clapped. It was silent. So I think they didn't want to repeat of that silence, or potentially. I mean, I don't think anybody would boo, but I don't know. Maybe some rude coughs. And it also just highlights the fact that without Kate, William struggles to be a draw. Because even if it's just for her hair and her dresses, Kate still gets some attention. She still gets the front of the papers selling. So alone, I mean, together their popularity is dwindling. But alone, William is just lost. Completely lost. And this was made obvious by the lack of coverage and interest in Earthflop. Miss Levy said, whoever is advising him is having a laugh. Well, apparently he has a new advisor. Yet another one. I will get onto that. Just wanted to give a shout out though to Fantasia. Fantasia, honey. Bought the heat. She's been having a great award season with the movie The Color Purple. And from American Idol to just looking glorious and being a star in her own right. Just wanted to give a shout out to our good sis because I thought she looked amazing. But the stark difference, right, between natural charisma and people who laugh along with you because they like you and not at you or just cringe awkwardly trying to force a laugh. And you know, I think this is the reason why they are so desperate for Harry to come back, to the point where they're calling for him to abandon his family. Because it was really Harry that made him shine, that made William shine. And now Harry gets to shine by himself and with his wife by his side. And yes, there was a whole segment on GB News this week of some twit saying that Harry needs to leave his wife. And they actually, here it is. Oh, and of course they got some coon to do this segment. Why is a right-wing TV station telling a man to leave his family? This is how far they have sunk. And it really didn't go the way that they wanted it to. Even GB News' own viewers, skanky as they are, were calling this out. Telling a father of two and husband to leave his family? Are you for real? They have really sunk low. And it is this type of vile rhetoric that is leading to this. We're going to read this. This comment was left on a Lady C video. This is a deranger, and this is an example of just how crazy the rhetoric about Harry and Meghan on shows like GB News is making these derangers. I want to read this out. So it says, I think most of us are feeling pretty worn out by these two and their antics. I, for one, keep telling myself I'm going to stop watching or following news about them. But for some reason, it has become an addiction or obsession. Why can't we look away from this massive car crash? I'm so fed up with them, but here I am still wanting to hear the latest update. Why can't we look away from this massive car crash? I'll tell you why, ma'am. Because there hasn't been a car crash. You keep expecting one. In fact, evil as y'all are, you're praying for one. There hasn't been a car crash and there won't be a car crash. Meghan is a princess who lived because her husband, Harry, chose love. The crazy fool goes on to say, what I really want to hear though, oh, and by the way, nobody's forcing you to look at Harry and Meghan. Nobody's forcing you. But it's become an obsession for them. What I really want to hear though is that the palace has finally put an end to all of their nonsense. What nonsense are you talking about? Giving hope to wounded soldiers who are spiraling into depression and struggling with their families, giving them something to look forward to, giving back to charitable organizations, creating actual impact without the British taxpayers' pennies. Is that what the palace is going to finally put an end to? Is that the nonsense? The crazy fool goes on to say, but they're not. And that's what's so disappointing. It's like watching a nail-biting suspense drama filled roller coaster type of soap opera, waiting full of anticipation for the finale where the villains of the story finally get their comeuppance. The lack of awareness that she doesn't even realize that she should actually be talking about herself here. The derangers are the trolls are the villains here. Where the villains of the story finally get their comeuppance. And we can all have a sigh of relief. But it's been 4 freaking years. Yeah, it's been 4 freaking years. And you still won't give up. And that ending isn't coming. Oh, sweetheart, it won't. Meanwhile, our favorite characters are either passing away or getting sick. But the villains of the story continue their villainous act. Did it ever occur to you, dear, that perhaps the people who you think are the villains are the good guys here? And the people who you think are the good guys are the villains? That's why karma keeps coming for them? Yes, we rejoice in their popularity having taken a massive hit. Where has Harry and Meghan's popularity taken a massive hit? Whereas the royal family, and especially William and Catherine, have never been more popular. Y'all, they are delusional. and that they're now a global laughingstock and are being shunned by the Hollywood elite. And their endeavors have all been tanking. Clever Blends just got put into 500 Target stores across the US. But it's not enough because it's not over yet until they get put firmly in their place by the royal family in such a way that they cannot ever claim to be connected to the royal family again. They need to be humiliated on a public scale and forever branded as proven liars and grifters, which they are already, in such a way that their fate as losers will be cemented in the history books forever. I would really love to see Meghan in the same place as where Amber Heard is today. Oh gosh. No one cares about her anymore, and she's been shunned by everyone. That's actually not true. Leave Amber Heard alone. That's the ending I'm waiting for. And the cherry on top would be if they would be divorced and Harry would admit himself into rehab to detoxify himself from all her manipulations and brainwashing. You know, this is all the stuff that they've been fed by the tabloids. Maybe then he can redeem himself and there might be a slim chance for him to be forgiven eventually. Forgiven by who? Harry isn't looking for approval from you. And she, Meghan, I guess, would end up either in a psych ward or in jail. That would be the best ending to this story. These people are insane. I mean, this level of vitriol and hatred for someone who you don't even know. And while they're obsessing over Harry and Meghan, they're not even asking where Kate is. This is why this is happening. You got 3 Cambridge Rangers watching what the other royals are doing, and all the rest of them looking at Harry and Meghan. Oh dear. But this is all a result of media propaganda. Because ain't no way you can be that crazy. Dear oh dear. Lorna, you said when Willie Leakes was named president of BAFTAs, the BAFTAs introduced a rule you have to stand when William and Kate walk in. BAFTA members were pissed. There has been dead silence. Oh, okay. That is very interesting. Oh dear. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, I mean, I would be pissed too. You're there to celebrate the acting talent. They're not obligated to have to stand just because them two walk in. Mind you, if Harry and Meghan walk into a room, people just stand because they want to. Yeah, Tasha, these people need they need more than help. They need an exorcism. Absolute madness. Okay. And I think also the charities, because they go after the charities as well, are finally speaking up. So this was a Ranger that went after the Royal British Legion, the Poppy Legion. I really wish the Poppy Legion could find their way to remove Harry from Invictus. When a charity has royal in its name, it shouldn't be seen as giving those two legitimacy. And the Royal British Legion replied by saying, our association with the Invictus Games is centered solely on supporting Team UK to compete in the Games in order to inspire recovery and support wounded, injured, or sick servicemen men and women. Prince Harry's support for the Invictus Games shines a light on these remarkable men and women, and we're deeply appreciative of that. Our primary focus remains on the competitors themselves, providing unwavering support and encouragement throughout their journey. Exactly. Then you got Louisa here. Sorry, I don't agree with you. You shouldn't be associating with him. And what have you done, Louisa? What have you done to help servicemen and women in your country? Nothing. But you come on Twitter to have a go at a charity. Wouldn't want to be one of these crazies. I would not want to be one of them. Okay. In other news, William is still on his quest to bring peace to the Middle East. The entire damn world is waiting, still waiting for him to bring peace to the Middle East. I mean, now is your time, William. If there's ever been a time to bring peace to the Middle East, it would be now. So he decided to release a statement about the ongoing conflict and genocide in Palestine. Very carefully worded statement, of course, by his new spokesperson. So I'm going to read the statement and then I'm going to read an article by Kaiser because I think it summed up this whole thing in a really good way. But this is his statement. He said, I am deeply concerned about the terrible human cost of the conflict in the Middle East. Since the Hamas terrorist attack on the 7th of October, too many have been killed. I, like so many others, want to see an end to the fighting as soon as possible. Well, you said that you were going to bring peace to the Middle East. So shouldn't that be you doing something, William? There is a desperate need for increased humanitarian support to Gaza. Would you like to give any of the royal family's wealth to meet that need for humanitarian support? It's critical that aid gets in and the hostages are released. Sometimes it is only when faced with the sheer scale of human suffering that the importance of permanent peace is brought home. Even in the darkest hour, we must not succumb to the counsel of despair. I continue to cling to the hope that a brighter future can be found, and I refuse to give up on that. Okay, but what are you actually going to do? What are you actually going to do, William? Other than this empty statement, carefully written by a palace courtier, what do you actually plan on doing? Likely nothing. You know what's going to happen? He's released this statement. He's going to have he had a Zoom call with the British Red Cross. He'll probably have another few meetings. He'll jump into the rose bushes, back to business as usual, and then in another 3 years, we'll hear again that William is going to bring peace in the Middle East. Nobody needed this statement from William. Empty and soulless and pointless and quite frankly insulting, given just how bad the situation is. But anyway, this is from Kaiser at Celebrity. She said, Prince William is going to blunder the Israel-Palestine issue again. In 2018, Prince William visited Israel and Gaza and met with Prime Minister Netanyahu and other local leaders. During the 5-day trip, William Gaff briefed the British press that William pledged to make Middle East peace his lifelong project. I think it's also rather insulting to say, you know, put this situation in Palestine under this kind of this giant umbrella of, you know, peace in the Middle East. It's not the whole of the Middle East that is in conflict. And granted, the parts in individual parts in the Middle East where there is conflict, a lot of that is due to Western imperialism. But I also think they're trying to use the blanket term, you know, peace in the Middle East to just avoid saying Palestinian genocide. So he goes on to say, he promptly forgot about it and did absolutely F all, of course. Then last fall, he and Kate issued a carefully worded statement following the October 7th attack. And since then, nothing. No visits to synagogues or mosques, no follow-up statement of concern. Don't get me wrong, this is one of the most sensitive political hot potatoes ever, and I completely understand why Downing Street would tell a bold and sensitive charisma vacuum to simply shut up and not blunder into this situation whatsoever. William couldn't even attend the BAFTAs and chat with actors without his ghastly gaffes making international news. So it's interesting that Kensington Palace thinks that William is capable of treading this particular needle right now. Says the Prince of Wales will recognise the scale of human suffering caused by the war in Gaza in his first public comment statement on the conflict since it began last October. Prince William, 41, expressed profound concern about the ongoing violence in the Middle East ahead of an engagement on Tuesday. He will be briefed on the latest developments. He will join a synagogue discussion with young campaigners against hatred next week in the wake of a sharp rise in anti-Semitism caused by the conflict. Prince William is keen to use his platform to highlight the plight of millions Kensington spokesperson said the prince and princess were profoundly concerned by events that unfolded in late 2023 and continue to hold the victims and their families and friends in their hearts and minds. I think that um it's interesting that they decided to issue the statement now. Um because I don't know what purpose this is actually meant to serve at this point. Other than I guess William just wants to get his name out there for something, anything. So Kaiser goes on to say all of the British papers got the same statement and the same briefing, likely from William's brand new private secretary, Ian Patrick. Patrick comes from the diplomatic world, and it looked like Patrick was basically assigned to William to help tutor this dumbass on how to be, those are Kaiser's words, not mine, on how to be a soft power diplomat 101. Except William hates to read. He surrounds himself with incompetent staffers who fail to prepare him for events, and he cannot be trusted in these kinds of sensitive situations. Weirdly, this whole visiting a synagogue and speaking with anti-hate campaigners is exactly the kind of thing that King Charles would have done and has done a million times. Say what you want about Charles, but he's always been very good in inclusive, multi-faith conversations. And you know what? Even if it's just for PR, I actually do agree with Kaiser there. Generally speaking, Charles has always been better. That is true, even if it's just for PR. His heir, not so much. Oh, William just issued this statement ahead of his events today. Okay, and so they analyze the statement, and then Kaiser goes on to say, "This is 100% the new guy, right? As in William's new right-hand man. Worse yet, I absolutely believe that William is doing this last minute without guidance and approval from Downing Street or the Foreign Office. It will be interesting to see what happens." Mind you, this also comes out just as we hear reports again of William pledging, is it £3 million to build new homes? There is absolutely no way in with the cost of materials and with inflation that you can build a whole bunch of new homes for 3 million. And so, and bearing in mind those homes, he will still profit from them anyway, from the rent. So I think this is one of those throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks and hoping that it makes me look good, because my popularity is absolutely tanking right now, and everybody's wondering where my wife is, and I don't know what direction to go in or what to do or what to say. But commenting on the most sensitive topic of the day, I don't think that's a good idea. This is not going to serve William in any way at all, especially when, what was it, going on 4 or 5 years ago, he said that he was going to be the one to bring peace to the Middle East. I don't laugh because it's funny, guys, because it's really not. I laugh because it's truly ridiculous that anyone would make such a statement. Like, who are you? Who are you to stand there and claim that you are going to solve one of the longest running conflicts of all time? What special powers do you hold in your hands? Telekinesis? Okay. Let's go to your comments. And then we'll wrap things up. Thank you as always, everyone. Thank you so much, Dorothy Ross, for the PayPal. Very generous. Thank you. My goodness. Is there anything else William would like to do? He's going to bring peace to the Middle East. He's going to end homelessness. I mean, while we're at it, do you want to cure cancer? That might be useful around now. He's going to walk on water too. Yeah, exactly, Janita. William can't bring peace to his own household. Carmen, you said you love the movie, great music, great acting. Glad to hear that you like the Marley movie. Lavender, the Prince of Peace. Yeah, the Prince of Peace who shoves his brother on a dog bowl. Oh dear. This institution is clinging on for dear life. I forgot to put it on my slides, but Piers Morgan, this double chin troll, he did a very interesting article about William. I'm going to read it out tomorrow. And it was about William asking for alcohol when he was really young. Now, why would Piers Morgan randomly do an article about William and alcohol and asking for alcohol when he was young? Very interesting. Is that a threat? Give me access, give me protection, or I'll start leaking. Very interesting. Muden one, you said, we all know that his speech tutor wrote the statement. These words didn't instantly drip from his mouth. He needs to stay quiet because he has no solution. Exactly. I mean, the entire global political community right now is trying to think of a solution. And William thinks that he's going to come up with a solution. Oh. Oh, all right. I think we will call it a day. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe on your way out. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Ciao.
If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. 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 In the world
Hello, my royal diamonds. Thank you so much for tuning into the Duchess of Success podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment on the video to help the algorithm find us. It is my pleasure to bring you all of the royal tea, honey. And if you would like to donate to the channel, please check out the links in the description box. All of your donations help to keep the channel running. Thank you for your support, and remember, you don't need a crown to be royal. We are all queens.